Alright, back for another beer review, and today I'll be reviewing yet another beer from the Suarez Family Brewery, and they are out of Livingston, New York, and this is their Qualify Pils. So this is an unfiltered German-style Pilsner. It comes in at 5% alcohol by volume. No IBUs listed. Time of review, this can is just over 3 months old, and it also has a drink by date of June 19th of 2024, and we're just under a month away from that date, so we should be good to go. So we got another Suarez beer here, and I've reviewed 3 beers from them on the channel. Their Palatine Pils, their State Pils, that was I think last year, and then recently I picked up 2 beers from them, this and their River Black Lager. The River Black Lager blew me away. Best beer I've had from Suarez by far. However, when it comes to the 2 Pilsners I had, I enjoyed the State Pils a little bit more than the Palatine Pils, which might be a blasphemous because I know their Palatine Pils is like their house Pilsner, but I enjoyed the State Pils a little bit more. So we'll see what this one's all about. Now they do say this is has a European hop accented kind of feel to the beer because they use Hallertau Mittelfruh and Hallertau Saaz hops. So we'll see. I'm hoping this is delicious. So let's give it a pour and see what we got going on here. Try to generate a big head. When it comes to a lot of lagers, it seems like I don't pour hard enough, therefore I don't get, you know, like a two-finger head a lot of the times, but we'll see if I can correct that today. So they say unfiltered, and honestly, yeah, I mean, it has a good clarity to it, but it has a little bit of like haze going on. Almost a 2-finger of a bright white, soap sudsy looking head, good carbonation, hold it up to the light. Yeah, it has this beautiful like straw golden color. I think kind of what you expect out of a beer like this. I think it looks absolutely fantastic. Let's get a nose. What the? Oh, that smells perfect for like warm weather. It has this like lemon kind of lime. Like I would almost think there's Motueka in here because it has like this lime, but like lemon lime kind of nose to it. Definitely citrus. A little bit of maybe orange. Big on that bready kind of malt character that's more sourdough, although there's a nice like spicy herbaceousness making me think about rye. I've said that probably in like a half dozen like German pills / Czech pills reviews that I've done over the past year, where I mentioned like the actual malt character coming off more of like a rye bread than anything else. Usually I mention sourdough, but this one has like a rye kind of character to it as well, just because of that spiciness. A slight black tea note, which unless there's tea in the beer, I usually don't get. The only other time I really get black tea is like faded, sometimes faded like American IPAs. It smells so vibrant, fresh, even though it's just over 3 months old. Like it has a freshness to it. Maybe even like a little bit of like a crackery vibe to it. Yeah, definitely crackery. It smells beautiful. I want to get into it. Cheers, everyone. Or should I say, Prost. Oh. I really dig that finish a lot. There's a pretty prominent like saltine cracker vibe out of this one. And I don't know if I've said that in a lot of like, you know, lager reviews, especially like Pilsners, Czech and German style. I'm sure people get that a lot. I usually just say like sourdough bread or breadiness. This has more of like that crackery kind of like saltine. Unsalted, salty. Anyway, mouthfeel on this one, nice. Very crisp on the palate, very effervescent, higher side of moderate carbonation. This is a crispy boy through and through. It's smooth, 100% mouthfeel's great. The body's nice too. This is like lower side of medium, approaching medium body for 5%. I'm fine with it. Not thin, not watery. It is a super dry beer as well. So forefront, sourdough bread, rye bread, something in that realm from the malt, but then that transitions into that saltine kind of crackery malt character that's kind of omnipresent. Right after that, though, I've hit more lime than lemon, but like there is this like lemon lime kind of vibe, and it's like real lemon lime, so it's a little bit juicy, slightly acidic, kind of just like zippy and zesty. I guess more of like a lime and a lemon and lime kind of like zest, maybe rind more than anything. maybe the peels. And then midway through the palate, I get a little bit of like a red apple, kind of like a skin, more so than the actual core, or like the flesh of a red apple. And then on the finish, it has this nice spicy, slightly herbaceous, kind of grassy. I would say, yeah, was it grassy? Yeah, I'd say grassy. And then with that drying, like full-on dry finish, the saltine cracker kind of hits on the back of the palate, which is why I said it was a cool finish. This has a mild to moderate bitterness, like smack dab in the middle. Maybe more approaching moderate. It has a little bit more oomph from the bitterness from the hops than the other two Pilsners I had from them, which I think is actually welcomed here. I could drink a lot of these, like a lot. 5%, nah, you can't tell. And this is one of the few beers where I think that the big firm dryness actually helps a lot for me personally. And I don't say that about a lot of beers. If you follow the channel, I know I've reviewed somewhere around like 2,100 beers on the channel. For many, many years, I said, like, if a beer has a like crazy dry, like bone dry finish, it's usually not for me. I don't like super dry beers. Over the years, though, my palate's been acclimated to dry beers, but more so in styles like this, where I think it's really necessary to make it more drinkable. Like it ups the drinkability because it makes you want to go back for more. And since it's lower ABV, you could just keep on crushing them over and over. This is delicious. Also, a slight touch of like a tea note on the back. I wouldn't say specifically like a black tea or like Earl Grey or like something like that, but it's in that realm where there's a little bit of like this tannic like tea note mixing in with that dryness. This is delicious. I think I like this more than both the State Pils and the Palatine. I should have went and looked what I gave those two. I think I gave the Palatine like a low 4.25 or maybe a 4.25, and then I went higher 4.25 for the State Pils, maybe like 4.3, 4.35. This is not as good as the River Black Lager. That was fucking phenomenal. One of the best dark lagers I've had, period. However, this is not far away from that one, and I love this beer. So qualified Pils from Suarez, I am going to give this a low 4.5. I'm going to go 4.4. This is just delicious. And I would say this. If you can get your hands on Suarez stuff, do so, especially if you've never had them before. Are they worth like trading for? I think so if you like lagers and you like, they do like at farmhouses and things of that nature. They do wild ales, a lot of different stuff. Try their stuff out. Like they are quality through and through. Even if you don't like the style, I feel like you probably would appreciate the quality of the beer, even if it isn't for you. But yeah, this is fantastic. This is the best of the three Pilsners I've reviewed. But that River Black Lager still takes precedence over this. Price point availability. Now, I mentioned this in the River Black Lager review. This was $18 for 4-pack. Same thing with the River Black Lager. And, we had a good conversation. Couple folks out there saying they would easily pay $18 a 4-pack for something that's quality, that's a lager, like that River Black Lager. So, like I always say in my reviews, to each their own. Some people look at an $18 4-pack, not think twice. Other people will be like, dude, if that's over $14 a 4-pack, I'm not buying it. I get it. I would prefer to see these in the $14 to $16 range. That's life, though. You can't always get what you want. And at $18 4-pack, would I rebuy this again? Yeah, I'd probably buy this. If I could get single cans here, because I think I paid like $5 for that can because I just bought a single. If I could get a can occasionally and they were local to me, yeah, I would easily buy that, or buy like a 4-pack once in a great while, just have it in the fridge. So again, to each their own, but it's kind of what you pay for these top tier American breweries kicking out fantastic lagers. And then availability is Suarez, so that means some places, like the place I went to, they actually went to, I think the brewery brought stuff back. They do ship to, I think it's New York, PA, and Maryland. You do have to buy, I think, like a case of their stuff. They have like mixed cases and whatnot. So I've not purchased anything off the website, but if you really want to get your hands on Suarez and you're one of those 3 states, you can grab their stuff. Otherwise, pretty tough to get. Like I said, if you could trade for their stuff and that's, you trade a lot and you really want to try out their stuff, like I highly recommend it because they make some fantastic crispy boys. And this is certainly one of them, 5%. You can't tell. Quite clean on the palate. Like I said, it has this lingering dryness that's just kind of sticking around. Mixing in with that slight like tannic tea note and then a little bit of like a mild to moderate bitterness. But yeah, I could crush that, and I probably will crush that in like 5-10 minutes off camera. So if you've had this one before, if you've had, say, Palatine, State Pils, and this, what's your preference? If not, what's your favorite beer from Suarez as a whole if you've had their stuff? Very good beer. So if you've had it before, comment section. I appreciate everybody stopping by for another beer review here on the Beer Patrol. To the next one. Prost.